Alright guys, we are back in downtown, as you can see, and we are on a new electric pit bike, and we'll talk about it. But for now, my first priority of the day is to go get some coffee, so we're going to be trying a new spot. I actually want to park the bike somewhere where I can see it, because this is kind of a sketchy... Oh, look! Right in front of the windows? I'm going to take this key off of this thing. Few Moto is letting me ride this bike. And I don't want anything to happen to his bike. This is the key. Just clicks on and there you go. Pull it off and it turns off. See ya. Be safe. I bet you Few Moto is freaking out right now watching this video like, you're near a homeless site and you left my bike out? Yeah, only for a second though. Only for a second. We are still out of power. Oh my gosh. Please go to Tout Suite Soto at Tremblay Park. A few blocks from here. 1515 Fannin Street, because their power is out. And the reason why the power is out because there's a huge storm down here in Houston, knocked out everyone's power. Whatever, we'll make it work. I really wish this thing had a handbrake. I guess they do make a model with a handbrake. I'm just being picky because I'm so used to Sur-Rons and re-roads and all these things. So yeah, I hope you guys have been having a good week. I appreciate everyone that reached out to me regarding last week's video. I know that was like a little bit of me trauma dumping a little bit, but it was so fresh in my mind. I recorded that literally hours after it happened. It is freaking hot. Summer is right around the corner in Houston, and I am not looking forward to it. The summer's miserable. Miserable. Is this where the coffee spot is at? Sure looks like it. So let's pull in. Tout Suite Cafe. It is. Alright, let's walk our bike in, go get some coffee. I've never been here. Looking forward to it. You know, when you walk in rather than ride in, it makes you look less intimidating. And people tend to, you know, not give you so much crap and be friendlier. Not all the time, but sometimes. Hello, how are you doing? Let's move the bike over here. Looks like the coffee place is packed. It looked like they had fancy machines in there. The atmosphere is great. It looked like they took their time making the coffee, so I'm like, should be pretty good. Oh. Yo. Tout Suite. This has like the perfect balance of coffee to flavor. Like it's not too sweet where it's like, oh, this is a miserable coffee experience, or they're just trying to compensate by being too sweet. It's not that. It is amazing. 9.1 out of 10. I don't ever give out 9s for any ranking, but this, wow. Wow. This is definitely my favorite coffee place that I've had in Houston so far. Not close. Not close. I don't know if it was the barista making it. I don't know if it was the fancy equipment. I don't know. I kind of had a good feeling too, because when you look at the color of the coffee cup sometimes, if you look at the color of the cup and it looks very like light brown, typically that means it's going to be too sweet or not enough coffee. And if you look at it and it's too dark, then you're like, oh, okay, this probably is not going to have enough flavor. This, the perfect balance. Back in these streets. Man, I will say that this bike rides better than the Moto. Like, the ergonomics feel better. The suspension is definitely better. The build quality, and I'll show you here in a sec, it feels more like premium than the Moto did. Moto is still great, and I had a lot of fun, and I'm not trying to take anything away from that platform. I thought it was great. But this one, it just feels like, yeah. If I had to get an electric pit bike, this is the direction I would be going. Got an undercover cop there. What am I by right here? Oh, Houston Police Department. We're just casually right next to the police department. That's cool. Smart decisions, Reese. Smart decisions. But Houston's cool, man. Like, I rode up to cops, past cops, wheelied past them. Like, not saying go do that, but I'm saying, like, if you ride in a respectful way and you don't ride like an idiot, like when I'm saying, like, if you're not riding recklessly on the sidewalk or, you know, potentially endangering other people or messing with traffic in any way, they seem to be okay with these electric bikes. They seem to be okay. Not say go out and do it. I'm just saying, if you ride like you got half a brain, you'll be okay. At least in Houston. Yeah. Okay, so now I need to go to the right, I believe. Well, actually, you know what? Let's just go this way. Why not? Open her up. See how she does. Oh, yeah. Wait, I'm on the highway. I need to get off this street. Oh my God. I made a very bad error, you guys. Let's just go back the way that we came, because we have to get off this street. Get on the little path. God damn it. I hadn't gone down that street before. I was just like, oh yeah, I'll just take this around, assuming like, oh, it'll all connect. No. Bad choice. I think we averted a crisis. Oh my God. What the There's so much trash down here. How am I gonna... Oh. Which way do I... Oh my gosh. I think I should go probably in some homeless guy's piss thing. Oh, shit. Oh my God. Okay. Alright. We're going. Whew. So, this ended up being a crazy side quest. I mean, what is this? We gotta find our way out, y'all. We have to find a way. I guess I could always go back down to the street, hop on the street for a 5-second onto oncoming highway traffic, and get off this road. But that's not what I'm really trying to do. Man, my legs are itchy. Oh, look at these beautiful flowers, though. I mean, the vibes seem right back here. What else? Oh, man, see, it just sunk on me. Oh, my God. Where are we going? Where are we going? I bet you no one has been back here in years. What's down here? Oh my gosh, it's a big drop off. Okay, but that's the main street, so I can go this way. We're going downhill. All right, let's do this. Slowly. Oh my gosh, I'm getting so many like pricklies in my leg. We're back in action with itchy legs and all from all those fucking bushes and stuff. Well, at least we durability tested this bike, and she passed. She got through all that brush, and she climbed some hills, went down some hills. She passed the test, and now we should be smooth sailing from this point on. Shouldn't have no craziness. Should just be a gentle, injury-free, scratch-free time. Wow, that was pretty crazy. You know what? Let's pull over here so I can show you this bike that I'm on, and also to show you this skyline shot, because this is one of the best places to ride and get a shot of downtown Houston, right here at the University of Houston downtown. You see this logo here? Turn to your right, skyline, boom, unobstructed, beautiful. Let's dust this off so she looks pretty and like she looks like she's never been through anything. So when we give her back, Few Moto doesn't know what happened here. Does she look like she went through freaking all that? No, she looks good. So this is actually a Nicot E-Wolf. It's a 72-volt pit bike. It has a 14 in the front and a 12 in the rear. This is actually just the prototype version. This is not a production model. They're going to be changing a lot of things like the motor, the battery, and the controller. But the wheel set will stay the same. Oh, they're also going to be swapping out the brakes. But the frame will remain the same. The wheel set will remain the same. So it'll look just like this, but with some improvements. The battery on this thing right now is a 7230 amp, but it's actually going to be going to a 35 amp hour battery. And right now it pushes about 6.5 kilowatt, if I remember right, and it's going to be going to 7.8, I believe. So you're going to have a bump in power when the production model comes out on this thing. It's been a lot of fun to rip around. It's handled everything that I've been doing, so if it's only going to get better than that, like, why wouldn't you consider this if you want an electric pit bike? As far as the cost go, this current slower model retails at $4,000, but the faster model with the higher amp battery is actually going to drop the price to $3,500. So definitely be subscribed to Few Moto to see when that'll be posted on his site. And this thing isn't just like some other cheap pit bike. Like, this thing has a full-on gearbox. It's running a 420 chain. I mean, that Bomb Moto had a little rinky-dink chain. This one's going to be a great bike right out of the box. And as always, shout out to Few Moto for letting me borrow this bike for a little while, test it out, rip around. I'm really thankful that, you know, he passes off all these bikes to me because I'm like, yeah, dude, I'll ride that. I'll ride any bike you can give me, I'm gonna ride it. So shout out to you, man. I appreciate it a ton. I'm really curious about the range on this thing because it is a smaller platform and only a 30 amp hour battery, but it is a 72 volt. So just because it's 30 amp hour doesn't mean that it's doesn't got good range. 72 volt is more efficient. I learned that with my own bike, 7235, and I was like, oh, I don't know if that's gonna be enough, but comes to find out, it's enough for all of my rides. If they're gonna make this thing faster, sheesh, it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem. It's crazy how like this community has a thirst for more power. Like whenever there's a new motor or controller that comes out that's like, oh, this thing's 25 kilowatts, this thing's 100 kilowatts, this thing is this. Like these guys get off on that stuff. Like they just want more power. And I'm over here like, bruh, 8 kilowatts is enough for me. Why are y'all getting 25 kilowatt bikes? Y'all can barely ride them. Not saying everyone. I'm just saying, I've been on a lot of group rides, and I don't think the majority of people who ride electric bikes should be on something that goes 80 miles an hour. Just my 2 cents, you know, buy whatever your heart desires. I'm just saying, I don't think you need that much. I rode a lot of bikes. 8 kilowatts is my sweet spot. You know, I can understand, you know, 10 to 12. You want to kind of go a little crazy with it. I guess I just don't understand it. Maybe if I was a track guy and I was doing like Supercross and I wanted to send my bike 100 feet, maybe my perspective would be different and I would need something that goes 100 million kilowatts. But I feel like I've been around enough senders who ride stock Sur-Rons and send them to the moon, or stock Talarias and send them, where I'm like, dude, I would never even see myself sending it as far as they send it on a stock bike. How in the world could I justify wanting a crazy amount more than that? I personally can't see a need for a high kilowatt bike, but maybe one reason, and that's to set like a record, like if you're competitive and you're trying to see who can build the fastest Sur-Ron ever. Like, if you're in that space where it's like, hey, you know what, we're racing these things, we're drag racing, and we're trying to get to 110 miles an hour, and, like, the only way we can accomplish this is if we have a million kilowatt bike, then I totally understand. But if you're an everyday rider, come on, let's be honest, bro. Let's be honest. Okay, I'm going to try to top this thing out, if the speedometer is correct. Whoa, damn near wheelied off the line. Alright. So it looks like this thing tops out at 44. I wish I knew how to use a foot brake so I can wheelie this thing, but I don't know how to use one, unfortunately. So you'll get no wheelies from me. Not on the E-Wolf, which is a badass name, by the way. Like, can we just agree? If you don't think that the E-Wolf is a good name, then you can't say that the Light Bee is a good name. Like, we're so used to saying, oh yeah, that's a Light Bee. But Light Bee? A Light Bee. If you think about it, that's a ridiculous name for an electric bike. But an E-Wolf sounds mean as shit. E-Wolf is a badass name. I think you could do that with like any predator. E-Tiger. Nah, see, it doesn't work. Can't do E-Tiger. Has to be like a one-syllable E-something. E-Bird. See, E-Bird sounds like a scooter, like a weak animal. Maybe E-Shark. E-Shark would be, E-Shark would be good. E-Shark, E-Wolf, I don't know. I'm running out of E's. But a Light Bee, nothing scary about a Light Bee. And then you have your, what do we have? You have your Ultra Bee, which is, you're still just a bee though. Like, you're not aggressive. At least Talaria was like, we have a Talaria Dragon. Like, what you got a dragon? You got the whole industry wondering like, well, damn, what's that dragon about? Shh, we don't know. We've been waiting for the dragon to come out. Like, that's how you get people talking. Start talking about a dragon. See, what had happened was my GoPro died. I didn't have a spare battery. So I came right back to the Jeep. So we have 62% left on the battery. I downloaded this new app called Strava. Not sure if you guys ever heard of it. I got like a month free trial to check it out. We've gone a total of 13.53 miles. Not bad. We're outside for an hour and 3 minutes. It says the max speed on here is 42.8. The speedometer said 44, so we're within range, not bad. I didn't want to pay freaking $80 for the year, but dang, it's kind of nice to have all this info right here. Anywho, that was all that I had for you guys this week. I hope that you guys enjoyed this week's video, and I will see y'all next week.